All right, what is up, guys? We have Season 40, War number 6, and we're going up against New Nation, my old alliance. This is the first time we faced them since I've been with GT40. We did not face them last season. This is a super awesome war. It's crazy how close it is. A bunch of really good guys in New Nation. Can't talk today. Eric, Infamous, Blee, Sam Squad, White Mummy, Animal. Just so many good guys. Guys I don't know quite as well. Manchild. Just a bunch of really solid guys. New Nation, they did an alliance merge with Swedish Squad. So they're kind of a hybrid alliance, and it seems to be working out really well because they're having a really good season. They had a little bit of a rough start, I think, with some higher death counts, but the past 2 or 3 wars, they've had just 1 death, so they've been playing really, really well. I didn't even give a shout out to Andy. Andy's my best friend there. Anyway, they did not ban a Paco, so I was assigned to Paco. I ended up taking 5 fights. I was only assigned 4, but I ended up taking 1 because we got a guy assigned a joint mini who was on the other side of the map. So I just love a Paco. He's so beefy, and with a power start 1 and a mutant power back boost, he just hits so hard, and fights are over so quickly. So here I have exactly what I said, a power start 1, 200% mutant boost. I'm just trying not to push Kingpin to a special 2. I totally could. I just take block damage, and I'd have to wait out his unstoppable. It's just kind of annoying. So I decided not to push him to a special 2, just bait out his special 1s. And because Apaco's debuffs cannot be shrugged, that's why parry was landing despite masochism. And why also Kingpin could not shrug. Kingpin has, a 60% chance to shrug or something, and then depending on his SIG ability, I don't know. Anyway, Apaco's is minus 100. So this is the mini that I was taking, the shared mini, masochism over time, and also strike, fury, counter. So I do follow the node here to the best of my ability. And Ihawk does gain a lot of his charges back, and I noticed that about halfway through the fight, so I knew that I was going to have to basically kill him twice, but thankfully, like I said, Apaco was just a monster. So I did a heavy, a medium, light, medium, and then I did, I think, a full combo, or maybe just a 4-hit combo there. Dropped my special 2, and as you can see, his charges are skyrocketing. I was trying not to push him to a special 2, although if he did, that's still really easy to either block or evade. But I just wanted to be completely safe. He's underneath concussion here, and I'm honestly not sure if that affects the node or not. So I didn't know if he could gain furies, but I was already back at a special 2, so I figured why even worry about it. So I fire another special 2, and this does put him into immortality. So you just have to make sure that he doesn't hit you here because he is unblockable. And then he gains back, as you can see, a lot of health, but I just drop another special 2. It's just a special 2 frenzy and Apocalypse. He just hits so damn hard. It's just, he might be my favorite champ to use in War, to tell you the truth. I like Hercules because you have the immortality. I like AA because he just melts people, but man, Apaco he's just so much fun. Okay, so now my last 3 fights. I have an Altuma, I believe his name is. I have not seen the new Black Panther, but I know that he's the boss. Gallon, and then Wong. This Altuma, I did a lot of studying, a lot of talking to people about, just to make sure. I was kind of worried about it. I was worried about the power stings. I read about in his bio, he goes unstoppable or something with 3 waters. I didn't fully understand that. So basically I was given the instruction, don't push him to a special 2. Oh, sorry, Apocalypse, do not use your special 2. I'm not sure why. I think maybe because of the scales, and Apocalypse does contact attacks in a special 2. Honestly, I'm not 100% sure. If someone knows better than me, you can explain that to me, but I was not about to do it. So my goal here was special 1s. Try to bait his special 1 because it's super easy to get around. His special 2 takes up half the map. Didn't really want to deal with that, and this fight goes super, super fast. Like I said, I was just a little worried about it. I had a White Max pre-fight here because Altuma can shrug. Apocalypse is minus 100% shrug, cancellation or whatever. I can't remember why. I don't know if that's because Altooma like reverses things on him. I don't know. I'm sure it's something weird. But anyway, he got to a special 2 because of Power Snack, but that's fine. I saw that I could just take that on block pretty well. And he did it again, and that time he did get me with a special 2, but thankfully I had a invulnerability boost, and as you can see, he looks very squishy. It's a rank 4 Altooma, but I mean, he went down with what, two special ones from Apocalypse, so that was a pretty easy fight. Just don't get hit in the face with the special 2, but you know, I had an invulnerability boost on, so super easy, super quick, super fast, safe fight. And then, like I said, my last 2 fights were on Path 6, and I think at this point we were losing 1-0. I don't think we had taken that many fights. I'm switching also to a Power Start 1 boost here because I wanted Gallon to go down as fast as possible, because he can get a little sketchy if he gets to 100 of his charges thingies. But yeah, no, we died super early on, like in our first 25 fights, I think. And New Nation did really well. Like, they didn't die. I mean, I think it was like 130 or 140 kills they had, and we were still losing 1 death to 0. We were winning on time, but man, we were like, wow, it's getting pretty dire. I watched a lot of the fights that were taken in my battle group. I watched some of my defenders go down, and they were very clean fights. They had a few close ones, I think, overall, but man, they were doing solid. So I think at this point, I think there's still enough fights that I didn't want to die, of course, but if I died, I was like, oh, we'd be fine. But still, I was like, I really, really do not want to die. So I'm deathless for a season and a half now, I guess, technically, which is, I think, the longest I've ever been deathless for, which is really awesome. Goes to show the planners and the time it takes at GT40. It just goes to show how good everyone is here. So I fired my special 2. He got to a special 2. He got 70 planetary mass. But I just fired another special 2, and Apocalypse just does the damn thing, and he takes down Gallon. He's just so good. I would love to rank 5 him. Honestly, that would be fantastic. So anyway, okay, so my last fight is this Wong, and I did read about him as well. I wanted to make sure that I didn't miss any of his unstoppable abilities, because he does go unstoppable. Also, he can deal damage back after he gets to 100 in certain phases, but I was pretty certain with Apocalypse I wasn't going to have to worry about it, but just to be safe. This node also has hard knock life, which I think is when you parry, you get disoriented. I don't think it's dash back, I think it's a parry. And because Apocalypse becomes disorient immune after 8 seconds, just to be completely safe, I went ahead and decided to just go ahead and become immune to that, because I didn't want to run into any weird interactions with this node, even though this is, I mean, Apocalypse has, what, 80-some thousand health. It's just freaking insane. So what I do to start off this fight is I do take a parry, and that puts on my disorient, and then I just wait 8 seconds. I try to just kind of push him to the side of the map, and Apocalypse, of course, at 4 genetic charges on his second hit, stuns the enemy. Now I'm disorient immune, so that's good. I know that Wong's special 2 can be just a little weird, so I decided to try to just bait out his special 1. And now here you see Apocalypse special 2 is just freaking ridiculous. He got to a special 2, and I was ready to evade if I had to, but I didn't end up having to do that, and I just fired off my special 2 and didn't have to worry about anything with Wong's spells. So that was it for me. Like I said, there were a lot of fights left at this point, but my fights were very clean. I just go ahead and put on a white max pre-fight on the Sassy. So like I said, it was a super crazy close war. They did end up dying, I think, at like their 140th something fight to avoid, and it was a super close fight. I mean, that's another guy who died, and he's a great friend, and I felt really bad for him. So we did end up winning this on time. So this was a dang, it was so close. New Nation did have 1 loss on the season, and we had 0, but so we would still be in first place. However, it would really tighten things up. So this win gave us a good cushion. So congrats to New Nation. That was a crazy good war. I was glad we were able to pull this off. So we are now 6-0 and looking good for hopefully another championship. So thanks for watching, guys.